I wait to see how somebody reacts.
I say not all elves are bad.
Not you, Elephant, I mean.
I look away.
Do you plan on taking this young lady into custody?
And you can start. And now that the sun is starting to go down, you've been here a good part of the day with the traveling and everything. The sun is starting to go down, and now you start hearing a crowd outside starting to amass, and it seems to be an angry mob outside. And this is just a small visual representation of the angry mob, and then you guys are looking out of the window, and they're calling for the elf's head, and she's still across the street in the inn.
I turn to the warden and I say, I'll get this so-called elf out of your city if you make this little incident disappear.
It's every time the canary speaks. Just every time.
Incident. There's a whole family dead, and by this time, his messengers have come back and alerted him of the pile of corpses that is now smoldering in ashes from being burnt and just left out in the open, smoldering. So the warden wants the elf. This needs to be figured out, what is going on. And no one's going anywhere until we get answers.
I say to the warden, I say, please disperse this crowd, this unruly rabble outside, and then we can go and see the young elf together.
You can actually, as he opens up the window and starts telling the crowd, "There's nothing to see here. Move along." Well, as he opens up the window, he starts getting into a sort of like a confrontation with Colin. You can hear him say Colin several times, and you recognize Colin, Elephane, as the actual blacksmith, and you know that he has a short fuse nonetheless. And there's about 30 people out here now, and it is dark outside. It is darker outside. They've got torches, they've got pitchforks, and it's mostly men. And they're calling for they're accusing that elf of killing the Foldors.
So they don't appear to be dispersing at all, even with the warden telling them to.
Well, the warden finally gets them settled down. And, as they're walking away, you can hear some, vulgars being shouted back at the warden. And he says that you need to get the elf to me now so she's not hurt. Because if they find her, they will kill her. So he says, where is the elf?
If you would care to stay here, we will go and get her for you. I then look to see who is actually coming with me.
He says he will go with you. And the reason for that is, in case you guys are actually visibly seen with the elf, he can at least be there to try to fend off the angry mob.
Okay, I appreciate that sentiment. I look to the party and ask who else is coming with me, and I ask, may the canary accompany us?
Considering it gets money. Go ahead, David.
He wants to know why the canary was trying to sell things that he stole from a farm.
I kind of sigh and go, and goes,
I sigh.
apologize for that.
Ah.
I have this weird thing I was taught when I was a child. If it's dead, I can take it. Type thing. I apologize.
Because technically it's not stealing if they're dead.
Yep.
I kind of do a bluff to talk to the captain there, and I would say that the carts was prepared for delivery We do not know about where it goes, but we use the horse to bring the young lady being somewhat injured towards your town.
Well, the Canary took it to Neckbeard over at the vineyard winery. He took it to sell. He had intentions of selling it. There was
He is a demo.
Yes, we had no knowledge of this. We just used the animal and the cart to get here at a more rapid pace, sir.
I'll do community service or something. Can we go along, please?
I restate my request and mention that maybe we should do this as quickly as possible, so before the crowd begins to maybe reform again.
I stand up and go, okay, and I start heading for the door, and we go, we going?
I look to the warden.
Did you really?
Well,
Bob, nice, dude. That's a great tribute. I appreciate that, man. All right, well, he is going to let the Canary go.
So I guess we're heading to the inn.
Yes, he is going to go with you as well, and he brings several of his guards, of whatever you want to call them. They really have no choice. This is the biggest thing that's happened in Tevinter in years and years and years. So,
as we approach the actual inn, I turn to the warden and request and say, "Warden, I would humbly request that could we maybe leave the guards outside? The young elf, when we found her, was in quite a state, was quite injured, and appeared to be extremely timid and scared. And I'm sure a sudden influx of people would definitely unnerve her. Could we maybe just a few of us go in? You, of course, may accompany us, but just to make sure that she doesn't scare. Would that be acceptable?"
let's get her, and then she can stay with me. I need to find out what happened to the family. That was a very well-respected family that is now dead.
So I have been brought to believe by.
And they produce a major majority of the wine for our economy, for our village. So this needs to be taken care of right away.
Of course, well, I appreciate that, and I then turn to Elephane to continue leading.
So you get over to the hotel. Well, you get over to the Arbor Inn, and you are able to get her. She's actually still sleeping away. I mean, she was definitely wounded pretty good, and you get her up, and she's taken as she sees Tarl Dale. Obviously, she seems like she doesn't really like Tarl Dale. She does know him, and then he says he knows her as part of the. He goes, "Oh, you're part of the gypsies." He goes, "So you're the one that they were talking about." And then he starts interrogating her right there about, where were you? Because you told her that you found the elf there, and he's asking her what she was doing there, if she was involved with the killing, if any of the other Dalish elves were involved.
Can I interrupt him and put my hand on his shoulder and just ask him if he could maybe bring her back to his place, and then we can, in a very calm, relaxed way, get to the bottom of everything and find out exactly what happened?
Yes, we will go back to my place. Everybody gathers their things. You head back over there, and things are much more quiet now. It's later in the evening, probably about another hour and a half later. There's hardly anybody on the street. Basically, the sidewalks are roll up as soon as the sun goes down. He starts questioning the elf, and the elf basically tells him the same thing that she told you, that Harlan ended up going missing, And then every night when more scouts were sent out to find Harlan, they were not coming back as well. And how everyone in her camp was attacked by Darkspawn. And then he says, Darkspawn? And she says, yes, Darkspawn. And, excuse me, I had to burp. And basically, she tells him that everybody was killed except for she's basically the only one left that she knows of. And that's when she was being chased by the Darkspawn. She was attacked. She was hurt. She made it to the farmhouse on the Full Door Farm. She was hiding inside the barn. She heard screams, and she heard the men outside fighting. Then she went outside. She had been attacked again by a Darkspawn as she opened up the door, and she saw a bunch of other men dead on the floor. She shut the door. And then the next thing that she knew that she was in the company of you guys, basically your party, or your group of adventurers. And that's what she tells him. He's a little reluctant to believe her, but then he tells some lads to scout out the actual Dalish gypsy camp that she's from. Several hours go by, 2, 3, and they come back, and they actually say that she's right. There's nothing there in the camp, and there are several dead corpses there as well. Now he's got a different tune.
So, sir, you can see our story is coming together, and that we are not lying to you. We believe that our companions from the church have gone missing as well. Will you allow us to take this young woman out of your village so there will be no more problems or trouble, and that we will continue on our journey to find our fellow companions and maybe the gypsies as well?
Well, the elf can stay here.
Wouldn't the riders just break your door down, walk in and kill her and leave?
They won't even know that she's here. They don't know that she's here. You guys, covered up, did what you had to do to get her in here without being seen. They don't know that she's in there.
Okay.
Meaning the mob.
I asked the warden, on what grounds are you retaining her?
I'm retaining her because this is the town that I look after, and there were problems with her community and my community. Granted, yes, our community probably started it because of Koaleth. He's got a short temper. But I want her to be here just to be safe, and I promise you that she will stay safe.
To be safe, in what regard? I mean, would she not be safe out, away from the actual village, far safer than she would be actually within the village? Would her freedom not make her safer than her incarceration?
She says she doesn't mind staying here, and he says it's not an incarceration. He wants to be perfectly clear with that. Now that there's more clues and more evidence that has presented itself within the last few hours, he just wants to make sure that she's going to be okay, and he'll take care of her, and they don't even know that she's there. So, and he says,
I look at her and,
rest assured, she will be safe.
I look at her and I see what her reaction is to this.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine with it.
So
She says that she's really not fit for traveling anyway.
I then approach her, and is she's like not behind anything, or she's free to move around, she's free to be approached and spoken to.
She's not gag and bound or anything, no.
Okay. I kind of lean down next to her, and in as quiet a voice as possible, in Elven, I ask her if, as she's staying here, would she be willing to allow me to take possession of the item that she has contained within her pouch. Under the understanding that, if at all able, I will return it to her as soon as possible.
She says that she thinks she will hold on to it for now. It's not that she doesn't trust you, she just doesn't want to give it up.
Any kind of check I can do to try and convince her?
She's
Should
pretty
I
firm
try
with her
to
decision.
intimidate her?
No.
You sure you really want to intimidate her? I mean, in front of the warden and everything?
Because I do get a bonus to intimidation with strength, don't I? Oh wait, no, I'd have to have the focus for that, correct?
I nodded to her understandingly and turn and walk away from her.
You walk away.
Horde invasion!
I walk over.
Exactly,
Just
Dark
go.
Knight.
You walk away from her. Never mind, I don't do that. I kind of just stand up and go, "Can we leave now?"
I assume I could have heard all that between them two.
Well, yeah, I said it in Elven, so I would imagine.
Alright, I probably have a higher communication skill than you do, I would think. I'll continue that conversation, letting her know that that piece could lead us to her people. Because we are going to look for them.
Exactly, Dark Knight. That's what we're going to do. We're going to invade Taventer and kill them all. She's reluctant, but she will give it over. She will turn it over.
I just scowl at her and wonder why I stopped the Canai from intimidating her.
I turn and I ask the warden if I can take a walk around the premises, because sitting around is making me very impatient.
He says it probably wouldn't be a good idea for you to do that.
And are you in the middle of town, walking around a building? I don't think that's a good idea.
I start pacing around the room in a circle around everybody. Try not to bump into anyone.
What's wrong with this guy? Never seen your kind around here before.
I'm a traveler. I'm not used to staying in one place for more than a couple hours.
I think he was dropped on his head as a child. That's why he has no horns. I don't say that.
Alright guys, get ready to
And I
do
get
some
an eye
raffles.
shot of the elf. I will hand
Last
that
chance
piece
to get into
Bella.
the drawing. Here you go, guys.
With a little wink.
Exclamation point raffle.
I'll
Get
take
into the
it.
raffle.
Sorry, I'm still
Gotta be
chuckling.
following the
I've lost
channel as
something.
well. So if you want to win. Alright, so she gives over the small pouch with the silvery broken chain link, and she gives you a map with the rough directions that goes into the Rift Valley. She tells you where the lair is, where she was taken as a prisoner, and she also tells you where the camp is, where the Dalish are, that were basically her old gypsy camp. And that is where we're going to end tonight's adventure. And we will pick up next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun with it.
At which time we will see what harebrained scheme the Canara gets up to next.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Yeah.
I may or may not want to burn a building down.
Alright guys, thanks a lot. I'm going to head down and do the other channel real quick, and I'll get you that email, Raven, so if you want to hang around for just a few minutes, I'll give you the email of the winner. So.
Alright.
Alright, thanks guys. Appreciate you guys playing, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Probably about 10-15 minutes. If you
Okay.
guys are still here, I'll talk to you. If not, see you when I see you. Alright guys, so that was our first Dragon Age game, and like I was saying, I've never played any of the Dragon Age video games. I just purchased the entire pack with all the downloadable content and everything, so I'm still learning Dragon lore content. Never read any of the books. In fact, I've never heard of Dragon Age until about 3 months ago. or 4 months ago when I actually saw Dragon Age, the role-playing game, be played. And what really infatuated me about the game was the stunt system and the 3D6 system, because it's something that I've never seen before, because all I've played is D&D since the early 80s. So, I really liked it. I think the combat's really quick. I think it's really fun. And once we get used to it a little more, it'll move a little bit more fluidly as well. So we just have to kind of memorize what kind of stunts we want to do. And but I think within the next couple weeks, I think we'll be right on par. So, but anyways, thank you guys for watching, and let's do some giveaways right now, shall we? So we're going to, first off, we're going to give away a Roll20 token pack, and the Roll20 token pack is you have to go on my website on tabletopping.net. You have to go to the forums section, go to the giveaways, and then click on the Roll20 giveaway, and you can get you choose one of the 12 packs that I have listed there, and you can choose one. There's all kinds of monsters, there's tokens, there's portraits, there's some steampunk stuff, there's some zombie stuff. So you get to choose one pack, and that is going to be the Roll20 giveaway. And the second giveaway that I have is going to be a Steam CD key of Legend of Grimrock. So that has been donated by Raven. So that is I have never played it, never even heard of it. So we're going to be giving those away. So I appreciate it, Venom. It was pretty fun. Hey, thanks, Dark Knight, as well. I think there needs to be a little bit more role-playing done for some people, and I think some people need to really play their race a little bit more, if that's what you're meaning by wonky. So, hey, thanks, Crump, for watching, man. So, all right, let's do this first giveaway. So I'm gonna put Moobot on here, so you guys can see, and I'm going to close. Last call, guys. Get in here. And you got to be following the channel as well. So if you're not following, sorry, I'm going to go to someone else. So there you go. IX Roxy snuck one in at the last second. Thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow, sir. All right. So I'm closing the raffle. There you go, it's closed. And the first winner is of the Roll20 pack is Nexus0707. And what I do with my giveaways is whoever is in the channel and they claim the prize, I have you say something corny, just so you can actually validate that you're here. So, Nexus0707, are you here? I'll give Nexus about 30 seconds, and then I'll pull another name out of the hat. So, the code word is Dragon Age is badass. I know it's something corny, but go ahead and say Dragon Age. There you are. Say Dragon Age is badass, and I want to play. Put that in there, Nexus, and I'll give you this code. Yeah, there you go. All right. So you want a Roll20 token pack, Nexus, and you need to go to my website, go to the forums. I think you have to register for the forums, but all you have to do is have Facebook or something, and it just takes you right in. And then click on the giveaways, and then it'll say Roll20 giveaways. And then you just click on that forum, and then there's 12 different packs you can choose from. And whenever you look through all those packs, Nexus, and you figure out which one you want, email me here on Twitch or email me on my contact link on my website and tell me which pack you want, and you need to tell me your Roll20 address. You need to give me your Roll20 email address. I don't want your password or nothing like that. I just need to know what email your Roll20 account is associated with, so Riley can get, well, Riley or Nolan, whoever, takes care of the order, can actually credit your account with the token pack that you want. And also, I'll be doing, guys, like I was saying, I was streaming 6-7 nights a week, and it was way too much for Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. But I will be, every couple weeks, I will be doing a viewer game. So I will pull more viewers out, and probably I'll be doing a Dragon Age game, either Dragon Age or Dungeons and Dragons. So I will be doing the viewer games as well, just not 3 days a week. I'll be doing it once every couple weeks. So Nexus, definitely contact me on which pack you want. So whether it be one of the 12 packs, and like I said, send me a message here on Twitch or on the contact link in the top right hand side on my website. And congratulations. And now I'm going to draw another name, and this name is going to be for a Steam key called, well, it's going to be the game Legend of Grimrock. So a lot of people say it's actually a pretty fun game. So alright, and I'm going to draw another name, and the winner is Arrow Project, and you are following. So congratulations, Arrow Project. Are you in the channel? I'm going to give you about 30-45 seconds to claim your prize. And if you are in the channel, you need to say, give me that fucking free Steam game. So Arrow Project, you need to say, give me that effing free Steam game, or whatever. If you don't say cuss words, then just say, give me that damn game. So Arrow Project, if you would like to have the Legend of Grimrock, please claim it. You got about 20 more seconds, and then I'm going to re-roll. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm drawing another name for Legend of Grimrock. Crumpert! Congratulations, Crumpert. I know you're here. You need to say, give me that fucking game from Steam. Crumpert, congratulations. Crumpert, you know what to do, buddy. Alright, man. Alright, so what I want you to do is same thing, Crumpert. What I want you to do is send me an email, or actually, there you go, there's Raven right there. Email Raven your Steam account name, and he will give you the code for Legend of Grimrock. And thank you again, Raven, for the handout. I appreciate it. And if you guys donate to the channel, that's just more stuff that I have to give away, and I'll buy some stuff on Steam when they have 3 or 4 packs for sale, and we'll do more giveaways. So, and I appreciate Roll20 for their generosity, and Greytail and Devon Knight as well. So, and tomorrow I have another game tomorrow night, D&D Next in the Forgotten Realms. That will be starting at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are into Dungeons & Dragons, be here tomorrow. And I'll start streaming again probably about 8:30. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Dragon Age game. I know I did. I've been waiting quite a while to play Dragon Age. I think it's a great game. I think it's a very underrated game, but I definitely love the setting, and I love the rules. And I think it's a great game. So, but Does anybody have any questions about anything tonight? About Dragon Age or Dungeons and Dragons or anything in general?